Old Saltwood Tunnel is an 85-metre tunnel on the dismantled railway between Sandling Station and Saltwood. It formed part of the Sandgate branch, which was a 3-mile-long railway branch line that ran from Sandling railway station in Kent on the South Eastern Main Line to Hythe and Sandgate railway stations. It opened in 1874, was closed briefly between 1943 and 1945, and reopened only for the last train to run between Hythe and Sandling on the 3rd of December 1951. Almost all the entire route from Sandling to Hythe remains intact, but with no track, but includes cuttings and embankments, but the cutting to the south of the tunnel has been partially infilled and is difficult to access. Stories are told of plumes of steam being seen coming from the tunnel as though the old engines are still running, and people have also spoken of sightings of a male figure lurking in the tunnel's darkness. Because of these tales, Ghost Connections have decided that this tunnel should be on its list of potential investigation locations, and has been for some time. So, unfortunately, with other team members unavailable this night, Ian, that's myself, and Graham decided to go and have a look and see what we could find, and this is what happened.
Good evening and welcome to Ghost Connections. Our investigation tonight is of a secluded, disused railway tunnel on the south coast of Kent. Here with me is Ian. Hello people. Who's on cam. So we're just going to do a quick live. Now the sun is going down, so you can probably see a bit of light looking the other way. We're right in the middle of nowhere. And if I turn round, you can hopefully see. That's me. Hello Sam. See the tunnel there, and it's got like steep banks all the way up. And it's a bit of a trek to get to it, and a bit wet. But it's drier than we've noticed on other occasions. Now I'll show you inside the tunnel, but probably I'm not going to get a lot of picture from inside. You can just see the end there. Can you see light at the end of the tunnel, literally? And there's a bit of graffiti on there, of course. It's quite a long tunnel, or it appears that way. And now you'll hear the echo, echo, echo. Can you hear that echo? The graffiti there. And all around it's filled with water. So we can't go in any further than this, but it's got that debris all the way through. And unfortunately, I just don't think you can see the end of the tunnel there. It's just below where you can just see the flash of light from the torch. It's already, we've noticed that, excuse me, we've noticed that it's got like a different atmosphere now the sun's gone down, whether that's just because it's a creepy old tunnel or because there's something here. How are you feeling at the moment, Ian?
Okay at the moment. No, it was earlier, never been here before, walked up here and I felt, yeah, this could be quite a good place. So far, having actually got here for tonight, I'm okay. I don't really get a of anything.
That's good. I'll just tell you a bit about the tunnel that we know. We don't, obviously it was a railway tunnel once, and the reports are steam coming out of the tunnel as if a steam train had gone through, and also the sighting of a gentleman within the tunnel itself. We're hoping we probably won't get the steam. That would be good. And who's to say that the steam isn't just a weather effect, mist coming out? You just don't know. But the gentleman that's been seen is of more interest, and that's what we'll be trying to focus on tonight. Trying to get some kind of... Sam, have you got me back? Can you just say if you've got us back? Because it didn't come up with anything. It's not saying that it's not a weak, it's not saying it's a weak signal or anything.
We have just stepped into the mouth of the
tunnel. We're in the mouth of the tunnel. Can you let us know if this is okay?
We'll step back.
Or we'll go back, as Ian said. Just wait for you to reply. Which you probably already have, as we know there's a delay. Turn you round. There's the end. So we're just trying to sort of take in the ambience of the place at the moment.
Did you shine a torch into the tunnel then?
Only there.
Can you do it again? No, in where you did.
Well, that's there.
Oh.
Where did you?
Further down the tunnel. More or less, keep going down, 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 down. Keep going along the roof. Stop, up a bit, and sort of left, right. Over there, I just saw a flash of light go across the top. It like arced across the top. Oh no, there you go. Must have been an insect.
Let's keep a look out. If you see anything white go across the screen, do let us know. Obviously,
could have been a reflection. Because if you had the torch down here, it could be reflected off the surface of the water and up there. You see, that's why I asked you to do it again. But when you flashed it down there, like you just, it didn't repeat.
No, well, I didn't shine the torch in that direction. I'm going to move back a bit, try and get your view. I'm going to move back a bit, try and get your view. I'm going to move back a bit, try and get your view. I'm going to move back a bit, try and get your view. So we're going back into the mouth of the tunnel now, as you can hear probably. I'll call out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is everything alright? What are you looking at there?
I thought I saw something in the woods. But
could it be a play on the light?
Yeah, leaves.
Leaves, yeah.
Yeah, it's the dying light on the leaves, shadows and things like that. But I'm not worried by that. No, it's just something.
Can I switch to the other torch now? So I think it's probably better for longer distance. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is there anybody here? If there is, can you make a noise now, please? Ian. My pocket. Can you make a sound? Something very definite. There's a ch from down the other end there. But
Can I try quick EVP?
Yeah, what we're going to do. We had a chat about this. Ian came up with a little plan, which sounded like a good one. So we're going to do a little EVP test. Ian's going to ask some questions,
Thank you.
and me apparently, and we're going to wait and see if we get an answer, and we're going to play back the recording live, see if we got anything. So here we go.
Recording.
Go ahead.
Is there anybody here with us? If you are, can you see this device I'm holding here with the red light on? Records sound, voices. If we ask some questions, can you answer us? Can you speak into this? If we can't hear you, then this machine might. We can listen to your voice later, hopefully. Hope you can cooperate with us. We don't mean any harm at all. We just want to hear from you. So, is there anybody here? Yes or no? If there is someone here, can you tell me, why are you here? Do you mind us being here?
Did you used to work for the railway?
Were you involved in the construction of this tunnel?
Sounds like a water drip, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's your name? Your name Thomas? Thanks, Sam. What's your age? Please. What did you do?
Nothing, I was just looking.
Will you look there?
I do.
I'll just ask one more.
Yeah.
What year is it for you?
Cobwebs. Yeah, just dropped all over me.
Oh.
Over my nose, over my forehead. Nasty.
Well, I don't know what to say about that.
Well, neither do I. Cobwebs. I'm going to stop this now.
Yeah. But if you think about it, oh, Sam's got right foot has gone pins and needles. And, oh, if you think back, Alex said his legs have gone cold.
Yeah.
So that's something. We're going to do a little rewind playback, see if we got anything there. Please keep your fingers crossed, everybody.
So, is there anybody here? Yes or no?
What's that?
Dunno. There's a odd clip. If there is someone here, can you tell me, why are you here? Again.
Hey? That's made me go
Do you mind
chills.
us being here?
Hey? It's after every question.
Yeah.
Did you used to work for the railway? Oh,
This is a bit freaky. Were you involved in the construction of this tunnel?
Sounds Hey?
Can you hear that, people who are watching?
Got interference after every question so far.
What's your age, please? Nothing, I was just looking.
I waited until I'd spoken then.
I do. I'll just ask one more. Yeah. What year is it for you?
That's me moving.
Cobwebs.
Yeah. But before I moved,
Just dropped all over me.
it went again.
Over my nose, over my forehead.
But it's not doing it now.
No.
Oh, it did then.
Ian, can you just tell me what you think about that whole thing there?
Well, neither do I.
Still listening to the ongoing recording. Oh, again.
Right foot has gone pins and needles.
When we were asking questions, and it seemed to be after every question,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that seemed odd.
That's something we're going to do.
That's my feedback. Right, I'm going to stop.
Right, so synopsis time. Yeah, the white noise probably, Sam, is from the recorder. It might just be as you're listening back a kind of shh behind it.
But the actual intermittent crackle, when we started, it immediately followed the question.
You did.
Each question was of a different length, so it's not an expensive voice recorder. I'm maybe thinking it could have been something, it's just the voice recorder. Might even be doing something like chapter marking or doing something like that. But it did it at the end of every question, and each question was a different length because it were different questions.
Yeah.
And if it was like a chapter marking or regular thing or something that the machine did, it would interrupt the next question. It would be every so many seconds or whatever this cheap thing's doing. The fact it waited until after each question and then a little pause and ended it, and that happened how many times? 4, 5, 6 times?
Yeah, after every question.
That was starting to get quite interesting.
I'll tell you.
But then it did do it when we weren't asking questions. Now and then it still did it. So if you were interpreting the initial ones as a response, not vocally, but some sort of interference or something as a response,
Yeah.
then fine, we could assume that to start with. But then when it's chucking it in when we weren't asking questions, that would more lead me down to the device, because it didn't seem to be, and there wasn't a regular pattern. So I might have to
Test it.
we'll have to test it again, see if it does it again just at home or something like that.
Sam, can I ask you a question? You said you couldn't hear the crackle. After every question that we asked, we got like a bump noise. It wasn't really a crackle, it was more like a bump noise. Dump, not bump,
I'll
a
play
dump.
it again to start with, if not.
Yeah, just do you want to have a listen to this, Sam, in case we just go through the start, and then I'm going to ask Ian to record me asking your last question.
Let's see if I can find it again. Right. You'll have to listen to the introduction from me again.
Oh no.
I don't want to move it along and miss it.
No.
Is there anybody here with us? If you are, can you see this device I'm holding here with the red light on? Records sound, voices. If we ask some questions, can you answer
Not
us?
doing it now.
Can you
No.
speak into this? If we can't hear you, then this machine might.
If it's the
Listen to your voice
recorder, it would
later,
have done it
hopefully.
then.
can cooperate with us. We don't mean any harm at all. Just want to hear from you.
That was a question. Hope you can cooperate with us. Crackle.
Yeah.
So, is there anybody here? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, did you hear that, Sam?
If there is someone here, can you tell me why are you here?
Like that. Did you hear that, Sam?
Do you mind us being here?
There's a little one there, but it's there.
That's me.
Did you used to work for the railway?
There you go. Anyway, I think we get the gist.
Yeah.
Were you involved in the construction of this tunnel?
Now that was really quite interesting. We obviously have to look more into that. Ah, good, Sam, you heard that. It's really quite odd. What I found more interesting as it went on, obviously we were getting the responses via some interference after every question. But then, at the end, not knowing what was on the tape at the time, or on the recorder at the time, Ian said that he felt like, he suddenly went, oof, and felt he had cobwebs all over his face. So, I don't know. I don't really know what to think. Maybe you do. Maybe you can give your opinion as to what you think it could be. Be interesting to know. Yeah, I saw that, Sam. Not sure what that is. Something flashed on the screen. But Ian Ian moved his camcorder. What we're going to do, Sam's got a question, which I'm going to just scroll back to. Didn't you hear that? Yeah. Which I'm going to just scroll back to. Didn't you hear that? Yeah. Which I'm going to just scroll back to. Didn't you hear that? Yeah. Which I'm going to just scroll back to. Didn't you hear that? Yeah.
I heard something, but I saw your reaction before I thought.
I thought somebody was walking up to us. Did anybody hear that? That's me now. It was out here, not in the tunnel.
Bloody camcorder was off because we were doing that.
It's alright, I've got it on here. I hope. Outside the tunnel, I heard somebody walk up to us. And I thought, hang on, Ian hasn't moved. Is there somebody here? You heard that right there.
I heard it, but I didn't react before you.
It was kind of on the ground just here.
I would have put it further out.
Would you? It's like that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm looking round. There are no animals scurrying away. It was just like somebody stepped in there. That was weird. So we have to take note of that, won't we, if we hear that again. So what I'm going to ask Ian very kindly to do now is to do one question via the recorder and see if we get something again. Obviously, oh, okay. Obviously, a interference sound will be good, but your actual voice would be better.
Hold on.
Ian's just preparing.
Recording.
Was there poison involved?
I'll ask the same question that Graham just asked. Whatever happened, was there poison involved?
You can tell us. Done?
Try that, yeah. Did anybody hear that footstep on the, all those footsteps on the leaves?
That's still running.
Okay.
So it's sort of just pointing generally, because I don't want to miss anything.
So Ian's going to just play back that last question, see if we get anything.
Right.
Right, we're going to listen back to
This is what
Sam's
we just did
question.
for Sam.
Was there poison involved?
I'll ask the same question that Graham just asked. Whatever happened, was there poison involved? You can tell us. But I tell you what,
Yeah,
no interference.
no interference at all.
No interference that time.
So probably it wasn't poison, otherwise they might have...
Maybe interference is some sort of acknowledgement.
Yeah, well this is what I think.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Are
we
you
don't know.
here?
Yeah, we don't know for sure, but it's odd. I think that's really odd. Is there anybody with us?
How long have we been going for?
What does it say?
Doesn't.
Sam, how long have we been going for? Do you know? I can't check at the moment.
It's only Sam watching, isn't it?
It is at the moment, but we've had quite a few dip in and out. Please show some lights in this tunnel if you are here. Or make a sound. Something very definite. You show yourself. You walk towards us.
Could you throw a stone into the water for us?
Other kind of investigating with the cam mainly now, so we're going to break off the live for now, but hopefully you've enjoyed it. I'll try and we will come back later.
You won't be able to see anything.
No, but if we get noises, I'm going to just try and get you a parting shot before we finish for now of the tunnel, if you can see it there. 35 minutes, that's perfect. Thank you, Sam. Well, you can't really see it, but that's the outside of the tunnel, and you can hear from my no echo. Thanks, Ian, that shows it. You can hear from my no echo that I'm outside of the tunnel in the woodland. So what we do, we'll say goodbye for now. We're going to probably have a little seance-y type thing, and then we'll come back later. So please join us later, and we'll update you with anything that's happened.